appreciate it. And we're going to talk for a few minutes about a communication specialist and who that is and if that has anything to do with you. We'll look at a communication specialist by definition. We'll look at their qualities and their education that's required, their employment, and their platform for displaying God's heart. What a communication specialist does is create and maintain a favorable image for an organization. They do this by creating and designing media releases and managing social media, for example. They do this to shape public perception and to also make the community aware of the work and goals of the organization. So how does this relate to us? Well, I want you to think for a minute about you're going to the store and you want to get your favorite ice cream, but you find it's been recalled. The next time you go into the store, how quick are you to grab that product and throw it in your cart? Or you just keep on rolling? Then there you think about your favorite variety store, and they've had a financial security breach. When you pull up into the checkout, do you wish you had cash? In the first instance, if you didn't have any trouble throwing that product in your cart, or in the second, tossing out your debit card, chances are there was a communication specialist that did a good job at maintaining and shaping your perception of the company and its product. Communication specialist is someone who is creative. They're good motivators of people. They're good self-starters. They understand and have a good grasp of the human psyche. They also are, I guess you would say, assertive, but good team players. The education requirements for these is to have a bachelor's in communications or a business-related field. And what their workplace looks like. They're busy offices, they're tight schedules, there's lots of stress. If you're a adrenaline junkie, this job is for you. They work independently. But what was interesting to learn that at, for example, Southeast Christian Church, they work in as many as a team of 15 to attack a task. I thought that was interesting. The income for this person runs about $54,000 a year. The growth rate for this job, now these next two statistics I found really fascinating. The growth rate is 24%, which is double the average. And the unemployment rate is like almost non-existent, 0.2% unemployment rate. I thought that was really fascinating, especially in today's economical climate. So what do? Well, in a church, they work to make sure that people are aware of the programs that are available. For example, Bible studies. At Southeast, I'll refer to them again, they have a unique challenge in that we're a three-generation church. So we have to make sure that these things are made understandable to all age groups when media is used. Externally, the challenge or the goal of a communication specialist would be to make sure that there was an accurate, truthful perception of who we are. Corporately and internally in the corporate world, they create documents to run policy, for example, for employees. Externally, they do community awareness. Now, government, you might be familiar with this term because they're called press secretaries. They issue travel advisories. Now, this isn't it's a blizzard, so stay home and don't drive travel advisories. These are, it's really bad in the Middle East, so don't travel there. They do election management, and they handle e-crises, which are otherwise known as internet wars, politically, between people who and the wrong, as an example. So what does God's platform look like for this person, for this role? It reminds me of 1 John 2:6, where it says that he who is in him walks like he walks, or lives like he lives. And we're all to do that. But if you think about it, given the public venue, the communication specialist has an enormous opportunity to show God's heart, display his values. So we looked at the enormous impact that this person has on our perceptions from what we purchase to who we vote for. And this person is a good communicator who understands people. And they also have a very public ability for people to see through them living out their lives who God is. Reminds me of Joshua 29:11, where God says that he has a plan and a purpose for all of our lives. And you guys did a card, and I did one too. And on mine, I wrote, can you guess?
Communications.
Oh, you're so good. You're just so good. So good. Yeah, I did. And what's interesting is that just very recently, God revealed this to me. And there's a moral to the story. That is, never give up on learning what God's plan is for your life. Thanks so much for listening. You've been great.
Thank you.
Yay!